Grow your business your way with up to 1.5 million rand in funding from Vodalend. Future Fit in association with Vodalend. What's that saying, a family that starts a business together stays together? Okay, I just made that up. There's lots of hard work and probably many arguments, but there's no doubt successful family businesses are making a significant contribution to South Africa's economy. And the foundation it leaves for the next generation means future growth and prosperity. But each generation has to spice things up to stay relevant. One such success story is Hirsch's. Let's find out how they've managed to work together as a family to keep up with the times and create jobs. Margaret, Lucy, thank you so much for speaking to us. You look beautiful today, as always. Margaret, I have to start with you. Tell us where this all started.
Well, it all started when I lost my job. When I got pregnant, my boss fired me. And then my husband was working for a boss, and he just was not progressive. He just didn't want to go anywhere. So we went from having 2 jobs and no children to having 2 children and no jobs in the space of 1 year. So it was a point of no return. We had no way back. We had to go forward. So we decided to open our own business, which we did. And in those days, my husband only did repairs. We only repaired air conditioners. And that's how it started. And from there, we just grew it, and it evolved over time, and it grew stronger and bigger, and we went into sales. The tipping point was the microwave ovens. They came in about 1982. I started selling microwave ovens. I started demonstrating them, and our business started from there, and that's how it went. And it just grew from strength to strength.
Yeah. And when did you actually decide, okay, this is going to be the family business for us?
Well, you know, my husband started it and I went in to help him, and that was the beginning of our family. Our children were born in 1976 and 1978, and the business started in 1979. So it was like having 3 children, and we all were there together, and the children had to be there because there was nowhere else for them to go because we were there. So, and that's how it started. We didn't decide, oh, we're going to have a family business. We just started with the 2 of us, and then we went to having the family in the business.
Yeah. And you've basically given Lucy's age away, but we'll, we'll look past that. So, you know, how do you mold your children to actually take over a family business?
Well, you know, it starts from when they're little, and there's so much that you can't learn at Harvard Business School. And the beauty of my son being in the business, when he used to go to school and come walk up to the shop in the afternoon, he would learn a little bit every day, and those little drips of knowledge. And I'm such a believer in this. In fact, I believe in family business, as you know, and I believe in getting the children involved from little. I mean, my kids were working in the business from when they were 6 and 8. So, you know, they knew everything. When it came to business, they understand business. Where I was brought up, I didn't know a thing about business. I had to learn everything. Where they learned it literally from when they were sitting on our knee all the way up.
Yeah. So, Lucy, did that actually make it easier for you to say to yourself, actually, I want to stay in the family business. I'm ready to take over at some stage?
Well, it was just very much a natural progression. Both my brother and I obviously grew up with Hirsch's being a part of our lives, and we know so much about it, and we knew the suppliers, and the suppliers knew us, and it just kind of started very naturally.
How do you both work together and change things? Or are there sticking points for you where you say, I'm not going there?
No, you know, I mean, I do. Excuse me, the old-fashioned way, you know, it's honesty, integrity, loyalty, this is how it should be, this is how you speak, and that type of thing. Where the youngsters, you know, my son and my daughter are very innovative with all the social media, the modern IT stuff, that type of thing. So I think it's a very good mix of old and new with us.
Lucy, what's your advice to other families that, you know, are thinking about doing the same thing? And I'll ask you the same question as well.
I think we're just really clear on our goals, and we're very clear on our vision. And I think that helps. We are all working towards the same finish line. And I think that really is what's just so helpful, is that we have each other's backs and we want the same things.
All they've got to do is work hard. And that's why there's not so many successful businesses, because people are not prepared to work hard consistently. You've got to understand, I've been doing this job for 43 years in February. Next year, it'll be 43 years I've been doing this job consistently every day, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day. That if you want to be successful, that's what you've got to do. You can't work for a little bit and park off. That's what a lot of them want to do. They work for a little bit, they equate turnover as profit, they spend the money, and then it's gone, and then they've got a problem.
Yeah.
Then they start borrowing, and then that's just a downhill, slippery slope.
I guess that's where you get your inspiration from, right?
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you both so much for your time. Inspiring work. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Apply for up to 1.5 million rand in business funding from Vodalend today. Future Fit, helping you grow your business with Vodalend.